let's talk about filling differentials. It can be messy. It can be a pain in the butt. Fluid comes in bottles that look like this. It's got a little pokey thing on the end. You cut it off and you got to try to stick this in your rear end hole or your front end hole or whatever hole you're trying to stick it in. It doesn't always fit. There's things in the way. If you're in the front, you got suspension components and steering components that are in the way. In the back, you could have a spare tire in the way, or who knows what else in the way. Old tried and true method is to take a rubber hose, stick it on the end of this, run that in there, and then sometimes that works. In the front end, not always works. In the back end, it usually does the job, but it can be messy, and you have to sacrifice a piece of fuel line or some kind of rubber hose. I guess you can clean it out, but it gets all drippy and messy. There's another way that you can do it. You can use one of these. It's like a giant syringe. You stick this down in your diff fluid, you suck it up, it starts dripping all over the place, and you stick it in your rear end hole, and you give it a squeeze, and you fill it up. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. Okay, so on the front end of this vehicle, it's gonna be darn near impossible. You can see the filler hole there. To get this in there and then squeeze it and try to get all the fluid out of it. It's just a weird angle. This is in the way. You can use the rubber hose, but there's really no place to go up and use the rubber hose. You'd have to use a really long one and go way out the side over here. So that's a no-go. Let's take a look at the back. So here we are in the back, and we've got the same thing. Put it in your rear end hole, and I've got a spare tire in the way. You can't go over this side and bend it too much. You can't go over in this side and bend it too much. If you use the rubber hose, you could run it way up here and get it in there, but it just seems like a little bit of a pain in the butt. So there's something else out there, and it's brilliant. Now, this might not be new. I don't know how long this has been out. You may have already seen it, but it's new to me. I just found out about it today, and it's a game changer for changing differential fluid for me because, like I said, it's brilliant. Check it out. It's differential fluid in this little plastic bag, and the rest is still the same. You still have this end. You cut off the top, you stick it in your rear end hole, and then you can squeeze this bag and put it wherever you want. Collapse it and start folding it around, and you can get it into any place. This is like the greatest idea ever. Not a super long video or super informative, but if you haven't seen this, these little bags, you need to try them out, because it really made changing the front differential fluid simple. It just bent right around the steering. I squeezed it in, was done. No big deal, no problem at all. So, and I don't know if Valvoline's the only ones that have it. There might be other ones that are out there. I just saw this on the shelf and went, holy crap, it's in a plastic bag, and it's genius. So anyway, try it out. It'll make changing differential fluid a whole lot easier. So if you got something good out of this video, click the like button, click the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And as always, have safe travels, and I hope to see you on the road.